Hi, my name is Denise Conklin. I am the Executive Director at Prairie State Legal Services. I am excited to share with you about the impact of our partnership with the Winnebago County Community Mental Health Board. Prairie State Legal Services is a nonprofit law firm that provides free civil legal services to low-income individuals in northern and central Illinois. Our mission is to ensure equal access to justice and fair treatment under the law by providing legal advice, representation, advocacy, education, and outreach that serve to protect basic human needs and enforce and uphold rights. This includes helping Winnebago County individuals with mental health issues navigate through their civil legal issues. Prairie State Legal Services can help community members with mental health issues navigate through civil legal problems related to their safety, housing, and financial stability. During this presentation, I will share a few client success stories to illustrate how Winnebago County residents benefit from the nearly $34,000 Winnebago County Community Mental Health Board grant made possible through a half-cent sales tax in Winnebago County. Prairie State Legal Services has 11 offices throughout central and northern Illinois. Winnebago County residents can visit or call Prairie State's Rockford office to apply for free civil legal help. The Rockford office also serves communities in Boone, Carroll, Joe Davies, Ogle, and Stevenson counties. In 2024, Prairie State was proud to serve 13,000 community members in central and northern Illinois. More than 12,000 children ages 17 and under were impacted by this work. More than 4,000 adults aged 60 and older were helped. More than 700 veterans were served. More than 5,500 individuals with disabilities were served, and more than 3,400 survivors of domestic violence were helped. Now I'm going to introduce you to some of Prairie State's clients who were helped thanks to the grant funds provided by WCCMHB. Please understand that all client names and identifying information have been changed to protect client confidentiality. The first client I would like to introduce you to is Deborah. Through funding from WCCMHB, Prairie State was able to help Deborah, an Illinoisan who was struggling with mental health and substance abuse challenges. Deborah received notice terminating her Section 8 housing voucher due to several incidents relating to her disability. If Deborah lost her Section 8 housing voucher, she would be at risk of eviction and homelessness. In her time of need, Deborah turned to Prairie State for help. Prairie State staff represented Deborah at a meeting with the Housing Authority and presented evidence of Deborah's challenges, as well as her plan to modify her behavior. Thanks to Prairie State's attorneys and the high-quality legal services provided and WCCMHB grant dollars, the Housing Authority was persuaded, and Deborah was able to keep her home. I would like to introduce you next to Nancy. Nancy was another Prairie State client helped because of funds from WCCMHB. Since her brain injury, Nancy has relied on Rolo, her emotional support dog, for support through each day. Rolo helps Nancy cope with mental health issues as well as physical challenges. When Nancy and Rolo were denied use of public transportation, Nancy reached out to Prairie State for guidance. Prairie State attorneys listened to Nancy's story to fully understand her situation. Thanks to WCCMHB's funding, Prairie State attorneys were able to provide to Nancy high-quality legal services, including advising her of her legal rights, the rules that were relating to her situation, and solutions to her problem. Meet Emily, a survivor of human trafficking who lives with mental health issues. After moving to Illinois, Emily began experiencing identity theft and harassment. That is when she reached out to Prairie State for help. Prairie State attorneys listened to Emily to understand her situation and struggles. Thanks to funding from WCCMHB, Prairie State provided high-quality legal services to Emily, including advising her of her rights, her responsibilities, as well as her options to resolve her issue. And finally, I would like to introduce you to Michael. Michael is an adult with disabilities who relies on supplemental security income through the Federal Social Security Administration. Michael uses these funds to meet his basic needs. Michael reached out to Prairie State when he was notified that he owed more than $20,000 to the Social Security Administration, as well as a stop on future SSI benefits. Thanks to WCCMHB funding, Prairie State attorneys were able to help Michael to successfully challenge that overpayment and reinstate his benefits. Thank you again to the Winnebago County Community Mental Health Board. Prairie State is grateful for the WCCMHB's partnership in helping community members who need it the most. We appreciate your investment in our community.